सबसे पहले आरती जी को कि वो हमारी माननीय सोनल मान सिंह जी का फूलों से और एक किताब देकर स्वागत करें। उसके बाद में मैडम शीतल जी को गुजारिश करूँ कि वो हमारे आरती जी से बात गुजारिश की, क्योंकि शब्द ही हमारे फूल होते हैं। शीतल जी से बात नजर नहीं आ रही। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। और
in these difficult days of Corona times, you have made an effort reaching. Very, very special thanks to first the people on the other side of the dance. I am privileged that I get the opportunity to introduce our chief guest and distinguished guests of honor. Dr. Sonal Man Singh does not really need any introduction, but then I would say that God Almighty has blessed her with a magnetic personality, with a divine aura around her face, rhythm in her body, magic in her dancing steps, profound intellect, and graceful looks. And I can say it from personal experience that once I got a great opportunity of being with her in Tulip Garden of Srinagar. Tulips were in full bloom, and I know how the people, instead of watching the tulips, were attracted towards her. I can say that. Oh, it was a great privilege. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being with us. And I ever cherish the memories of that beautiful moments I had. She has been an eminent dancer. She has been acknowledged as the internationally best exponent of Odissi and Bharatanatyam forms. Has been an extraordinary dance guru for 40 years. How many people she has trained? Then she was the youngest recipient of Padma Bhushan in 1992 for performing arts. And she was awarded Padma Vibhushan in 2003 again for the performing arts. What are views from all the men who are present here? I would like to say that he is one man, one professional, and one politician I have admired the most in my life, without any hesitation. He is a member of Rajya Sabha and is India's Sherpa to G7 and G20. He has been 6 times MP, 4 times Lok Sabha, 2 times Rajya Sabha, and he has held 10 cabinet positions. The people of India would always remain indebted to him for the enormous contribution made to develop and transform sectors like commerce and industry, civil aviation and railways, environment and forests. He is highly respected for his impeccable integrity. Nobody has ever been able to raise any finger on that. So it is my privilege to welcome him second time. He was the one who launched my book, Ramayan Retold with Scientific Evidence, on 5th February 2019. Thank you, sir, for being here. He was so kind that he accepted this invitation. I think again I have a highly admired personality next to me, Dr. R.S. Bisht, Padma Shri. He has led many, he's from archaeology, he has led many excavations, including Dholavira and Banavira. I think everybody knows those two names. Just as I said, Dr. Manjul is of Sonali fame, so Dr. Bisht is of Dholavira fame. For this book, the entire chapter, archaeological evidence, has revealed that most of the excavated Harappan sites dated around 3000 BC were located in kingdoms described in Mahabharata. I emphasize that has been written under his guidance and has been edited by him. He is Chief of Medical Oncology at Artemis Hospital. and had the privilege of working at the country's best medical centers, including Tata Memorial and AIIMS. His contribution to oncology is immense. He has developed drugs to manage chemotherapy side effects and has enabled many patients to enjoy a good life quality. He is intelligent, considerate and caring. With his in-depth knowledge of disease and its treatment, he adjusts the therapy by balancing the medical needs with each patient's personality and temperament. That is very, very real. Very real. Then we have on the dais Shri Sankrant Sanu, happening the other way around because he is the founder of Karun Prakashan, the publisher. He is also an author, a technologist and an entrepreneur. He co-founded Microsoft SharePoint while he worked with Microsoft, besides being involved in a series of startups from all over India. Continues to bring out very high quality books, which include books on culture, heritage, civilization and politics in India. So I extend my thank you.
थैंक यू मैडम। मैं मंचासी सभी गेस्ट से अनुरोध करती हूँ कि कृपया आपके सामने किताब रखी हुई है और आप मैं इस किताब की लेखिका श्रीमती सरोज बालाजी को इन्वाइट करती हूँ मंच पे कि वो आए और उस किताब के बारे में दो शब्द कहें।
I am extremely grateful to late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who gave me the first guidance. That he said, in India, history is either leftist or rightist. If somebody writes the history purely scientifically, based on scientific evidence, it can probably unite our country and create some kind of shared pride in our heritage. That was my motivation. And I, like a missionary, passionately I went into the subject, how to do it. Then I knew what is the astronomical fact. Acknowledged astronomical fact is, whatever is the sky view right now outside, which I mean position of planets vis-a-vis the nakshatras. That won't repeat in 25,920 years. Undisputed astronomical fact known all over the world. Now I thought that if we take out those references and we see the sky view from the given latitude and longitude and we can find a date sequence, then probably we can do the most authentic dating and know whether these are history or these are mythology. If there are certain dates showing the exact sky view, then person writing that maybe 6,000 years back, 5,000 years back or 7,000 years back or composing, writing later on, probably was correct because he observed something in the sky, he noted it. And then if this sky view doesn't repeat in 25,920 years before that and after that, then it is certain that the person, whoever was composing or writing, was writing a factual history. So for Ramayana, we found sequence 5100 BC with date of birth starting from 5114 BC. That book was written. For Mahabharata, it was a very tough job because Mahabharata was not really giving as precise astronomical references as were given by Valmiki ji. But then, if you are totally devoted to a cause, you will keep on. I kept on reading, rereading, taking dictionaries, taking help of Sanskrit scholars and extracted, see, more than 1 lakh verses of Mahabharata were really looked into by me. And 40,000 were found, story within story, so I could ignore them. But 60,000 verses were read and every single planetary reference was marked there. Then we we were a team of 3 people. 2 people I had engaged for running the software all the time to see the sequence, whether it runs along with Mahabharata, and then to interpret the verses where we thought they were not correctly translated. And then we started seeing the sky views. 2 earlier attempts failed. because we used to conduct international and national level seminars, inviting the biggest experts on astronomy, archaeology. That's how I knew. I was mentioning about Dr. Mani, about Dr. K.M. Dilshiji, and so many more people have been. And from our National Institute of Oceanography, Goa, and from ISRO, Jodhpur Center, because we wanted to know, we will mark every reference and then contact these scientists that you give your data. So they give that. They will come in seminars, give the details. So we had good inputs, and later on we obtained papers and so many references from them. Now, the sky views of Mahabharata were very interesting. That they, in the third attempt, first attempt our astronomers we failed, in the third attempt we found that whatever we had believed so far turned out to be true scientifically. It was very mysterious. We say that, most of us believe Mahabharata war happened 5139. We all believe मार्गशीर्ष का मंथ और एकादशी को हम अभी तक गीता जयंती मनाते हैं, और माघ शुक्ल अष्टमी को अभी भी भीष्म अष्टमी मनाते हैं, और वी ऑल्सो से कलयुग स्टार्टेड ऑन 3102 BC 19th February, and lo and behold, when we started with it, every single belief of us started coming true. Starting with Pandavas going to forest after losing everything in the game of dice. When an eclipse was seen, that was 3153 BC. You could see eclipse from Hastinapur. And then 14 years later, around the war, you could see all those sequences of lunar eclipse followed by a solar eclipse, and just before the solar eclipse came the real sky view, given in not one or two but 7 verses of Mahabharata. All the positions as narrated by sage Vyas to Dhritarashtra, that if the war happens, it's going to be totally disastrous. These are the sky configurations, he said. So then, that sky view determined the dates of Mahabharata. When we could see all those positions of 7 planets vis-a-vis 16 nakshatras in the sky on a particular date, that is planetarium showing it on 14 September 3139 BC, and stellarium because of the calendar difference, so showing it 26 days later on 10th October 3139 BC, then we knew we are correct. Because this sky view is not repeated, I again challenge, on any date 25,920 years before 3139 BC and 25,920 years after 3139 BC. And then once we determined this, everything kept on falling in line. And you could see the sky when Lord Krishna was narrating Gita to Arjun. And when on the 11th day after Bhishma's fall, Sanjay repeated everything to Dhritarashtra. That is the actually Marchish month on that. And then after 36 years, we all believe that Gandhari's curse came out true, and there was a solar eclipse seen from Dwarka, and Dwarka submerged. Krishna left the world of humans. Yadu were all destroyed. And that eclipse you could see. And this is such a frightening eclipse even on the software, that the whole day, such a long eclipse and full eclipse you can see from Dwarka, right in the 37th year after war. And then came the final thing which we kept on searching and searching, 3102 BC, and on the 19th February morning, which we have believed, you can see Kaliyara conjunction, that is all the 7 planets around the starting point. Aries is the starting point of constellations. Now the question was, if astronomy says these dates, what is the archaeology evidence, what is the paleobotany evidence, what is this oceanographic evidence, what is the remote sensing evidence? There are so many sciences. What do they say? Then there came Dr. Vish to my great help. I again acknowledge, I prepared the details, of course. We have all been, our self-pride or self-esteem has been so much lowered by falsehood in the history. I have no hesitation in saying. See, what I did. What I did is I took out the entire details of those kingdoms which travelled to Mahabharat to participate in war. Their armies travelled. The route is given in Mahabharat, Udyog par, that if Gandhar came, what rivers were crossed? If armies of Sindhu Savira came, what rivers were crossed? If Balkh came, or if Matsya Desh came, or if Panchals came, from what route they came. I identified all those routes and kept them aside, that these are the kingdoms, very large kingdoms, and these are the routes they followed. And I found, then identified that these are the kingdoms, and most of the names are currently also same. Gandhar, all are the same. And then we did the GPS plotting of all the so-called Harappan sites. Of course, after showing and getting the whole content approved from Mr. Vish, because I said I can't rely only on my judgment on this. This is the map. And these are the kingdoms below. And we have given the kingdom, and in the bracket, the archaeological sites. This map is included in the book. I will say, like Kuru. Kuru kingdom had Rakhigadi, Kunal, Banwali, Sanoli. You had Gandhar, Takshila, Pushkala, but very famous sites. Like, so archaeology, what did archaeology reveal? Most of the early and mature Harappan sites which we read in history, they are actually Mahabharata sites. And they are located in Mahabharata kingdoms. And thereafter, once the archaeological, then we decided that since the war date is coming in 3139, from 3500 BC to 2600 BC, whatever is the carbon dating, only those sites will be included in our book. And we call them Mahabharata sites. And we give important sites therein. And with, now the book includes more than 50 images also of artifacts and samples excavated, which have been dated in this period, 3500. So we say it authentically that these are Mahabharata sites and these are the Mahabharata artifacts and articles or samples. It is with that that I came out and wrote this book, and very grateful to Garud Prakashan today with all my Vikas compliments.
विराट हस्ती डॉक्टर सोनल मान सिंह को निमंत्रित करती हूँ कि 2 शब्द कहें।
एक उन्होंने पहले जिक्र किया कि हाउ शी गॉट इनटू दिस, और एक के बाद एक ऐसी घटनाएं घटती गई कि उनके सामने नेशनल ज्योग्राफिक आ गया, उनके सामने पुस्तकें आ गई, उन्होंने कुछ और सुना। तो ये बात तो निश्चित है कि जब भगवती आपसे कुछ कराना चाहती हैं तो स्वतः ही सारी चीज़ें, all the circumstances happen to your benefit so that you become the instrument of the divine will. और हम सभी के जीवन में कुछ मिशन मिलता है, ये भी एक दैवी आज्ञा होती है। जो लोग इसको समझ पाते हैं वो भाग्यशाली हैं। तो सरोज बाला जी उन भाग्यशाली व्यक्तियों में से हैं जिनको प्रेरणा दी गई और उन्होंने उन दैवी संकेतों को समझा, उठा लिया और उस पर आगे काम करना शुरू किया। हमारे देश में देखिए, रामायण और महाभारत तो ये 2 महाकाव्य हैं ही, और काव्य का अर्थ मात्र कपोल कल्पित नहीं, इतिहास और ये महाकाव्य एक ही है। आपने राम सेतु की बात की कि जब नासा की सैटेलाइट से लिए गए इमेजेस आई तो उन लोगों के जो मुंह सूख गए, पीले पड़ गए, जो तब तक कह रहे थे कि ऐसा कुछ है ही नहीं, ये कुछ पत्थर हैं, इनको डायनामाइट से उड़ा दिया जाएगा ताकि जो मूवमेंट्स है कमर्शियल जहाज़ों की वो आसानी से हो सके। आप सोचिए, ये भी दैवी संकेत था। उन्हीं दिनों में नासा की सैटेलाइट इमेजेस आनी शुरू हुई, तब जाके रुके, वरना आप सोचिए कि क्या अनर्थ होता। नॉट ओनली एज एविडेंस, हिस्टोरिकल एविडेंस, हमारे लिए जैसे मैंने कहा इतिहास महाकाव्य जो दर्शन है, these are all darshan, philosophy, the highest philosophical truths. Those when इनको नष्ट किया जाता है तो कैलामिटीज आती है। तो ये राम सेतु बच गया, बचाने वाला दैवी संकेत था। आपने उनकी इमेजेस भी देखी और आपको और चिंता यानी सोचने का भी एक अवसर मिला। जो महाभारत में नहीं वर्णित किया गया वो दुनिया में कहीं नहीं है। ये भी कहा गया है विद्वानों के द्वारा कि there is nothing in life, nothing in this world that has happened, is happening, will happen, which is not contained in the Mahabharata। एक कमाल की बात है, एक कमाल की बात।
परम श्री डॉक्टर R.S. बिष्ट जी को बुलाना चाहती हूँ मंच में। जोरदार तालियों से स्वागत कीजिए।
I have seen her, how assiduously, how industrially, she was pursuing that thing. At her age, I was simply surprised. I had only very limited so far archaeology is concerned. When she said that 3139 is the before Common Era, is the date when Bhagavad Gita was narrated or told to Arjuna, by Krishna to Arjuna. And also she also made such out references in support of that date. I said that it's very strange that why 3100 or so is a so very important time period or time point in the world history. Bronze Age and what we call Bronze Age, before that was Copper Age. Bronze is a technological word, when copper is alloyed with tin, that makes bronze. Bronze Age also starts around that point of time, 3100 BC or plus or minus 100 years, in several countries, in Egypt, in Mesopotamia, and even in India. And that is the time when proto-urban process has taken root in India and elsewhere too. And it was progressing very fast.
तो मैं बुलाना चाह रही हूँ डॉक्टर सुरेश प्रभु जी को, ऑनरेबल।
मैं बहुत ही सौभाग्यशाली। कुछ समय पहले सूरज जी ने और एक किताब लिखी थी। वो किताब थी रामायण के बारे में, और उस किताब के विमोचन के लिए उपस्थित रहने का सौभाग्य मुझे मिला। और आज महाभारत के बारे में इन्होंने जो संशोधन किया है उसका विमोचन करने का भी और ऐसे कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित रहने का लाभ भी मुझे मिला है। इसलिए मैंने कहा कि मैं सौभाग्यशाली हूं, क्योंकि रामायण और महाभारत, भगवान राम और भगवान श्री कृष्ण, ये हमारे रोम रोम में कहीं ना कहीं पे जीवित रहते हैं। हमारे देश में रहने वाले सभी लोग उसी संस्कृति को लेके हुए हमारा जीवन बिताते हैं। जीवन में जब संकट पैदा होते हैं तो वहीं से हमें मार्गदर्शन मिलता है। कुछ अच्छा साहस का काम करना है तो स्फूर्ति भी वो हम वहीं से प्राप्त करते हैं। इसलिए ऐसे दो महापुरुष, वैसे तो पुरुष के जीवित जैसे जीवित रहे, आज भगवान ही है। और ये हमारी संस्कृति का और एक बहुत बड़ा ये है कि पुरुष को, जीवित लोगों को हमने भगवान का दर्जा दिया। क्योंकि हम आज भी मानते हैं कि हर आदमी भगवान बन सकता है। वैसे हर आदमी भगवान है ही। हमारे सबके जीवन में तो जीवित रखने के लिए जो ताकत होती है वो परमात्मा से जुड़ी होती है। इसलिए हर कोई बन सकता है, लेकिन सब लोग नहीं बन पाते। तो जो बन गए उनको हमने भगवान बनाया, उनकी हम प्रार्थना करते, उनको हम उनकी पूजा करते। तो ऐसे दोनों हमारे जीवन को प्रेरित करने वाले, हमारे जीवन को संबोधित करने वाले, हमारे जीवन को मार्गदर्शित करने वाले, तो भगवान की जिंदगी के बारे में जो शंका कुशंका पैदा करने वाले लोग हैं उनको जवाब देने का काम सूरज जी ने किया है। और मैं इसके बारे में बताऊंगा। लेकिन रामायण और महाभारत के बारे में हमें जानकारी तो है, फिर ये किताब में क्या है और विस्तृत तरीके से तो उन्होंने बताया कि पूरे कुरु परिवार की इतिहास भी है, सब कुछ है। लेकिन एक बहुत बड़ा काम उन्होंने किया ये कि जो हमें मालूम है उसके बारे में उन्होंने इररेफ्यूटेबल एविडेंस प्रोड्यूस किया कि ऐसा कोई भी अभी इसके बाद में, मुझे नहीं लगता है कोई विज्ञान खड़े होकर कह सकते, विद्वान कोई खड़े होकर कह सकते कि ये इसमें ये गलत है। क्योंकि कुछ लोग एस्ट्रोनॉमी की वजह से कहेंगे नहीं, तो गलत बात है। कुछ लोग आर्कियोलॉजी की तरफ से कहेंगे गलत बात है। लेकिन फैक्ट्स डोंट लाई। फैक्ट्स इफ प्रोड्यूस इन अ वेरी क्लिंचिंग एविडेंस फॉर्म, no one can question them. This is what is a singular contribution of Dr. Saroj Bala in producing something from multidisciplinary perspective, which we knew, but we didn't have the ability to produce evidence. We had a faith, but we didn't have the so-called science available to us to produce something like this. So Sarojji, on behalf of billion plus devotees of Bhagwan Ram and Bhagwan Sri Krishna, I want to thank you for doing something like this. So it's a great contribution. I don't want to go into how she has made it because she explained it, and if I tell you all this, who take the book, you should buy the book and read it properly. If Ramayana is read, Mahabharata is read, I think it should be read even more than that. It's like Constitution of India is important, but preamble to Constitution is more important. So this is a beginning. Before you read Mahabharata, before you read Ramayana, I think you should read this book. Then you will understand the context as well as the overwhelming evidence which is actually, that is what I will come to it last. So sad commentary on India, that such a thing needs evidence. I don't think there is any other part of the world. Then we have to produce evidence for something as important as the birth, the lives of Lord Bhagwan and Lord Sri Krishna. We have to do that. But this is in India, it happens. That everything is questioned. I understand everything is questioned, but not everything is questioned. The question is also very selective. And worship it, their faith is special. And therefore I really want to thank you for doing this. Sarojji is invaluable service, great contribution, paying tribute to the reality and factuality of India's treasure of ancient civilizational history. I really want to, on behalf of all those who worship for few thousand years and those who are going to worship for probably till eternity, on behalf of all of them, I want to thank you, congratulations, and I am sure you will continue to work on such issues. I am sure doctor will ensure that there is no more medical challenges which will come in the way, and we will all look forward to more such scholarly creations from you. Thank you very much.
डॉक्टर साहब कहते हैं क्या क्या जो छुपे हैं इंसानों के दरमियान, ये जानना मशीन से आसान हो गया। डॉक्टर हेलो, वेलकम।
Namaskar and thanks to Sarojji for reminding me the launch of this book. Actually, I can say only few words about the book and then I will speak about her only. So this book is really par excellence. You can say one word and another is incredible, really incredible book, and this should be a part of, should work as a part of reference book in our literature on Ramayana and Mahabharata if we are teaching to the students in class 9th or 10th. Some reference should be given to this book as per this book. So this science may develop, may take 100 years, 50 years, 20 years, but this may certainly develop if we use these as a reference book. If we keep on teaching the students that this is mythology, they are not two characters, they never happened on this earth, then they will never learn. So at least we should give some certain date that 3000 years ago this has happened. Then new researches will come and I think we will get more information about the past, our past. And I have written 2 lines for her. So just listen. कितनी बार खुद को मजबूर होते देखा है और कितनी ही बार उससे भी कहीं ज़्यादा बार अपने आप को मजबूत होते देखा है खुद को धीरे धीरे गिरते हुए संभल कर खड़े होते हुए भी बहुत बार देखा है। इसी कारण से मैं
जो भारत का ज्ञान है उसके लिए बिल्कुल उत्पीड़ित है। दे आर थर्स्टी फॉर व्हाट वी हैव, बिकॉज मैं भारत का ज्ञान का एक अंश ही मेरे गुरुजी ने जो मुझे समझाया है, श्री रविशंकर जी ने, उसका एक अंश ही उनको देता हूँ। मैं वहाँ प्रिजन सिस्टम में भी जाके पढ़ाता हूँ और उनकी 3 दिन में उनका पूरा जीवन बदल जाता है। 3 दिन में एक आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग कोर्स करते हैं, हैप्पीनेस प्रोग्राम करते हैं, उससे 3 दिन में उनका जीवन बदल जाता है। इतना एक अंश भी हमारा लोगों के जीवन को बदल रहा है। और जो हमारी पूरी का पूरा खान है हमारे पास, वो पूरी की पूरी धरती के लिए, पूरी पृथ्वी के उत्थान के लिए बहुत आवश्यक है कि लोगों तक पहुंचे, और ये कार्य आपका है और हम ऐसे पुस्तकें लाते रहे। बहुत बहुत
एक चैप्टर अलग या बुक में शामिल तो कर दो कि हाँ ये श्लोक में या इस मंत्र में ये लिखा है, ये नॉलेज हमारे पास थी। फर्क सिर्फ इतना है कि तब डिस्कवरीज ज़्यादा मेंशन है, अब इन्वेंशन ज़्यादा है। तब उनको ये पता था कि धरती सूर्य के चारों तरफ घूमती है, चंद्रमा अपने पिता माता समान धरती के चारों तरफ घूमता है। ऋग्वेद के 10th मंडल के का 159 श्लोक है, मंत्र है। और भाई एक लाइन तो लिख दो, ये पता था उनको। डिस्कवरी और इन्वेंशन में फर्क यही है। तब वो सैटेलाइट नहीं बना रहे थे, वो कंप्यूटर नहीं बना रहे थे, सर्टनली नॉट, मगर एक बेसिक नॉलेज थी। उतना तो कोई बच्चों को पढ़ा दो। बच्चे तो यही समझते हैं, सारे जो पढ़ के आते हैं हमारे भी, वो कहते हैं आते कुछ नहीं था, क्योंकि आपकी किताबें बताती ही नहीं उनको कुछ आता था। ये एक मूवमेंट चलनी चाहिए और सबसे अर्जेंट रिक्वेस्ट है कि हम इस मूवमेंट में शामिल हो जाए।
मैडम सोनल मान सिंह ने, डॉक्टर सुरेश प्रभु ने, सबने मुक्त कंठ से मैडम सुरजबाला की तारीफ की, तारीफ के काबिल हैं, इसलिए तारीफ की।
तो एक बहुत अच्छा आइडिया होगा अगर बिश साहब मंजुल साहब को एक गिफ्ट करें।
So much love and attention. So thank you all for staying and coming. Thank you so much.